Mixing things up at the line of
Hello folks, NYKF31 here, bringing you a friends-less game of Madden 13. I'm using the Buffalo, I'm not Buffalo, I'm Denver. I'm using the Denver Broncos, bad boys, using the Buffalo Bills, two run-and-shoot fans going at it. Fun stuff. So, just your regular run-of-the-mill Monday Night Football game, eh? Oh my goodness, where to begin with that one? Well, the first thing is, it's not the officials' fault. It's not their fault. You're talking about guys who are just regular, you know, run-of-the-mill, everyday people who have been working their local school districts, high school football games, or a Division III game, making some bucks on the side. And think about it if it was you, and you're that guy, and the NFL calls you up and says, hey, do you want a job for a few weeks while we settle this labor dispute? What are you going to do? Say no? Of course not. So, you know, you have guys out there who aren't qualified. The games are a million times too fast for them. And, you know, what happened here was the league got arrogant. The league opener, the Thursday night opener, Dallas Giants, the game wasn't badly officiated, so the owners said to themselves, okay, we can sit on this for a little while, make the refs union sweat. But sure enough, the laws of diminishing returns began to take into effect. You're able to hide these guys for a little while in 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock games, but the more you throw these guys out there on the biggest stage there is in their profession, eventually the performance is going to get worse and worse and worse. And that's exactly what happened. And on Monday Night Football, in prime time, in full view of everyone on national TV, the whole thing finally blew up in the league's face. This is strictly 100% on the owners. And this is what I don't understand about the NFL. The NFL has more money than God. All these owners are multi-billionaires, and these guys have these refs locked out because they want to pinch pennies on their benefits. I mean, does that make any sense whatsoever? You're talking about what are basically seasonal employees, and you're pinching pennies with these guys, when now we see that their degree of competence and level of professionalism can't be easily replaced. And what happened between Green Bay and Seattle at the end of that game was a full-blown circus act. I mean, that wasn't a football game. That was something out of WWE Monday Night Raw. I mean, I was sitting there watching that thing. I was waiting for the lights in the stadium to go out, Triple H's theme music to start playing. The game comes out, maybe pedigrees, Aaron Rodgers, The Rock comes out and gives Golden Tate the rock bottom. The tunnel empties out and people start going after it. I mean, it was just, the NFL has become WWE. These games are completely out of control, and it's because no one respects the officials. The coaches don't respect them, the players don't respect them, so what you have is complete mayhem out there. You know, guys running around seeing how far they can stretch the rules and seeing how much they can get away with. And they're already starting to ruin these games. What's going to end up happening, if this keeps up, is that someone's going to get seriously hurt. I mean, you have defensive backs mauling receivers all over the field. You have wide receivers shoving DBs out of the way. You have linemen tackling pass rushers. You had Matt Schaub this past week almost get cut in half.
Second down and 5.
You know, heaven forbid that a team loses its franchise quarterback because of a, helmet-to-helmet sandwich that doesn't get called, or someone loses a star defensive lineman because he gets cut blocked illegally, or someone gets killed over the middle in a helmet-to-helmet hit that isn't called. What's starting to happen is that not only are the games out of control and you have no idea what's going to be called and what isn't. I mean, the calls that are made, as bad as they are, the calls that are missed are worse. What's going to happen is someone's going to get themselves seriously injured and the game is becoming unsafe because these officials aren't trained to handle the speed of the game, and players are just out there getting away with complete murder.
He'll throw it over the middle.
So bottom line is, this situation has to end this week. I wouldn't be shocked if it's resolved in the next 48 hours, 72 hours, but these guys cannot referee a single week more than they have. It's not going to get any better. It's only going to get progressively worse. If you keep on running these guys out there,
look at the defensive line. Everybody's spreading out.
The quality of the game is just going to keep on deteriorating.
3rd and 10.
And maybe it takes a blow-up like this on Monday Night Football to get the owners to come to their senses and just treat these guys fairly. I mean, that's all. Just be reasonable. If I'm the head of the referees union, I'm just sitting back with my, feet up on the recliner, waiting for the phone to ring, because all the leverage is theirs. The league thought they can get away with having these guys referee these games as a stopgap and make the union sweat, but clearly that's not going to happen. The fans have had enough. The players and coaches have had enough. It's time for them to get this thing over with and get the real refs out there. Because the league is a joke right now. It's an absolute joke. It's professional wrestling with no order, no control. No idea which is heads, which is tails, what's legal, what isn't. So get the real officials back and give us our NFL back. At least the NFL back as far as the quality that we're used to seeing. It's always said that you don't notice, the only time you notice an official is when they're bad. And we've seen they're plenty bad, but again, it's not their fault. It's not their doing. They didn't cause this problem. They're just guys looking to make some extra bucks. And, I can't blame them for that. It's not their fault they're in over the head. The owners put these guys in this position.
Offense lines up here.
So I'm really interested to see how fans react this week to all of this, how the players and coaches continue to react. I mean, you have coaches like Bill Belichick, running after officials after the game, and I thought Belichick was going to strangle one of them. It's not a good thing when you have coaches running after officials in the tunnel, running after the officials on the field during games. Players showing complete and utter disregard for the rules, running around in what's already a violent, fast collision sport. When you throw in just reckless abandon on top of that, it's just a recipe for disaster. Someone's going to get seriously injured. And that's the NFL owner's second worst nightmare. Class action lawsuit by these guys who have suffered concussions, having more ammunition to add to the fire. So get your act together. Get it done. Get the deal done. Stop pinching pennies with these guys. It's becoming intolerable. What an absolute mess. And of course it'd be a Notre Damer in the middle of it all, wouldn't it? Good job, Golden Tate, I guess. But it's just become completely unmanageable, and I hope that it ends very, very soon. I hope the real refs are in there no later than next week. It's probably unrealistic to expect them to come to a settlement and have the real refs in there. You know, right now, how did I not make a play on that ball? But anyhow, I hope this adds the necessary urgency to get a deal done and to treat the refs fairly and get them back, you know, on the field doing a competent professional job. So that is pretty much that. Talk to y'all later. Peace.
He gets it again on this drive. The tackle's going to be made, but he's beyond the first down marker. Second down. Toss to the outside, to the right side.
Well, I know it's not going to make a highlight film, but still a good solid run.
Now 3rd and 4 following the run. Staying on the ground. He's into the open. Another 3rd down conversion. The offense continues to come through in the clutch. Are ready for a battle. 1st and 10. Another carry here. That picks up 7.
Good job that time by the offense. Power run gets them a few yards.
Takes a knee. And coming up next is the post-game wrap-up, brought to you by Gatorade. Well, it's a big performance in front of a prime-time audience and a sweet victory in the end.
Of course, the players are not thinking about the fact that, hey, a lot of people are watching us here today in this game. But when you win, and then you sit back and think everybody was watching us and you played well, boy, that is some great experience.
For Bill Sims and all the crew, Jim Nance saying so long.